Can everybody hear me now? Can everybody hear me now? Can we all hear me? Can we all hear me, please? Okay, fine. I believe everybody should be able to hear me now. So let's quickly continue with VLOOKUP. So now this VLOOKUP, now shape and text box, I did that. I think last 2 weeks we did shapes and shapes and text box. We did it last 2 weeks, right? Because a lot of people are having issue with what is it called? With dashboard. So I showed them how to create shapes, how to work with shapes and the other one. So what we actually have here is this data, and I believe everybody have this data. So a lot of people are still asking me about this data, and they feel like I don't want to respond to them. The reason is that there is this data is right here. If I go to this this is your Google Drive, the link I sent to you. We go to the link I sent to you. We go to the link I sent to you. Just click on it. Once you click on that link, it should bring you to this Ultimate Excel course. I'm coming. It should bring you to this Ultimate Excel course. If you click on that Excel, if you click on Excel, it should bring you to the Ultimate Excel course. So you have one practical file here. There's one practical file here. Then there's another practical file, that this one that I'm using now. The one that I'm using now is this one. So this is the practical file. This is the work file, worksheet that I'm working with now. This is the one that I'm working with. So you can download it. It's right there for you to download. So you can just download it and use it to practice. And use it to practice. And you know one thing about Excel, you don't have to learn one formula before you learn another one. It's not staged, right? So you can learn VLOOKUP before you learn index and match. You can learn all those formulas work independently. They don't have to depend on each other. So you can learn any of those at your own leisure time. So right now we have this information. I'm going to hide this thing now. I'm going to hide all this one. I'm going to hide all this one that I have right here. I will hide all this one. Now we have this type of information right here. This is the information that we have right here. This is the information that we have. So they gave us this information, and we just have the customer ID. We have the order ID, the customer ID, the date, the product, and the quantity that the person ordered. That is all that we have. They don't give us the cost price. They do not give us the unit price. So what now? If you check this order sheet now, right here, this is where, let me quickly remove this one. Let me quickly remove this one. Let me remove this one. Let me remove this one. So let me remove this one. So now, this is where we have the selling price and the cost price. This is where we have the selling price and the cost price. For each of these products, we have products 1 to 10. So now, each of these products, we are selling it at the rate of $18 and we produce it at the rate of $10. That is the cost. So right now, we have our cost price and the unit price. This unit price stands for selling price. Selling price. So this stands for selling price, right? Let me quickly turn up this filter. I believe a lot of people are still having issue with filter. Maybe I'll talk about that one in our next class. So right now that we have this type of data, whenever you have this type of data, what you have to do is to look up for other information in another sheet, like right here. Right here, this is where we have all our customers' full name. We have their customer ID. Now, this customer ID, just take it as a matric number. All customer has a unique ID. So let's say the customer, the moment they just came in first, we will give them a registration number. So, and the registration number is just for one customer. Two customers cannot share the same registration number. Did you get? Two customers cannot share the same registration number. So we have only one customer with one registration number. So we call it unique identifier, right? This is a unique identifier. So it's a unique number for just one customer. It's a unique number for just one customer. Right here, we have this customer. This is his or her ID. I don't know, maybe it's a male. Okay, it's a male. So this is own ID. This is the customer ID. Right here, we have this one. This is the customer's ID, right? And we have the name, the gender, the city, and the country. Right here, my boss just came to me and gave me this data set that all these customers with this ID orders this quantity. Now, right here, this customer can order as many times as possible, but they are still going to have just one ID, but they can have as many other ID as possible. Now, let's take, for instance, are we still together? Yes or no? Are we still together? Nobody is there with me. Are we still together? Are we getting this explanation before we start working on it? So if you are not getting the explanation, let me know. So now, for the first time, if you order something, like the first time you go to a particular company to order for a product, they are going to register you as a fresh customer and they will give you an ID, right? They will register you for the first time and they will give you an ID. So right now, this is all our customers' information. This is all our customers' information. Now, this they have all their ID, their name, their gender, their city, and their country. They have all of them right here. And now, whenever any customer comes around to order, whenever any of these our existing customer comes around to order, they are going to give them order ID, right? Okay, like if this customer that came in first today order, they are going to get 101, right? If the customer goes and another person comes in, they are going to give it 102. Now, if the same customer goes and come back again that same day, they will give the customer 103. But the customer ID, this customer ID does not change because it's still the same person. He's just coming back to book another order. And so far as booking another order, is going to get a new order ID. But the customer ID still remains the same. Right? So now what they ask us to do right here is to look for the customer full information, because if you are giving our logistic, the person that wants to deliver the product to them, we can't give them this information because it doesn't make sense. They don't know, they don't have their ID. So they don't know their name, they don't know their location, they don't know anything about them. So we can't just go ahead and give them an ID. We need to give them full information, right? We need to give them full information. So right now, we will use Vlookup. We will use Vlookup to get the customer's name, the gender, the city, the country, and the phone number. So we need to know the cost price and the selling price. So the person will know that, okay, this is the amount he or she, this is the amount this person is going to pay. So that is the work of Vlookup. So what Vlookup will just do is going to help us look for this customer ID and give us the name. Did we get it now? Did you get the explanation? Yes or no? Yes or no, please. Don't let us waste a lot of time. Did we get this explanation now? Okay. Before you raise your hand, just type in if you get it. If you don't get it, let me know. If you don't get it, let me know. So that I can re-explain. This one that I'm raising your hand, I won't be able to attend to you now because I've not gotten to the question and answer section. Okay. So you come to my organization now. Let me retake it. Now it's okay. Please don't type anything so that you can concentrate. It's okay. Don't type anything so that you can concentrate. So you came into our organization, right? So the first time you are coming in, let's say we are selling laptop. We are selling laptop in our organization. So you came in for the first time. We are going to register you as a new customer, right? We will register you as a new customer. So we give you a customer ID. This is where we register all our new customer, all our new and existing customer. We open a sheet for them to have all their information. Now, you've registered that okay, you want to be buying laptop from us. You want to be buying laptop from us every single time. Now, you came in for the first time. Whenever you come in, you have your order ID. This is your ID that we gave you that you used to register. Just take it as your matric number. Just take it as your matric number. So you have this customer ID. This is what we use to identify that, okay, once we put this number, once you just come, you don't have to tell us your name, anything again. We already have it in our own system. What you just do is you give us your own customer ID. Once you give us your own customer ID, we will come here to check the name. We come to this customer information where we put all the information to check the name. So right here, if you come here now, whenever you are coming to order, right, you just come, you give us your order ID. Then, so whenever you book that order, we will give you order ID. Now, this order ID can be duplicated many times because you can go today now, let's say you buy one laptop now, then as you're going out to sell someone that bought it from you, that order is completed. We can't book another one for you with the same order ID because many customers will have come to order. So if you come again that same day, we will give you a new order ID, but your customer ID does not change. Your customer ID does not change. You get? So we give you a new order ID, then you will get a new order ID to book a new order. So this is the order ID, but your customer ID does not change. So once you come again that same day, you just give us your customer ID, then we are going to register you. We are going to register your order as a new order. So that is how that one works. So now we have this information. Now we have this. Now what my boss asked me to do now is he needs. Now these are all the orders that we have. Let's say for like a month, and we've just been entering the customer ID and the order ID alone. But my boss does not know the customer's name, their gender, their city. And let's say we want to give this sheet to a logistic company that will help us to deliver this product. So now we need to tell the logistic company the names, the gender, the city, the country, and the phone number of that person. Because the logistic will need to know the name. We need to know maybe the person is a male or female. The city where where they are going to deliver the product to, they need to know. The country and the phone number to call that person on. So that is the function of VLOOKUP. Now that we have all this information in this sheet, we can use VLOOKUP to get the name directly here, to get the name and gender to this place. Now, I believe that explanation is so clear enough now. If you are just joining, welcome. So I believe that explanation is so clear now, right? So we don't waste a lot of time. Okay. So let's say now, let's concentrate, please. Just say equals to, right? VLOOKUP. Now, what are we looking for? Now, if you are looking for, let's say, let's bring this to a real life now. If you're looking for me, you have my picture, right? You have my picture. So now that you have my picture, what are you going to use to look for me? You are going to use my picture to look for me. By the time you show it to 2, 3, or 4 more people, some of them might know me and say, okay, this guy is at this location. Then you go to that location and you start showing other people that, okay, we are in this location. Now, who am I looking for? Right? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So now you are looking for me. I'm currently in Lagos. I'm in Lagos. So if you are looking for me now, you have my picture. So let's say my picture, that is what you use to identify me, right? But now in Excel, we have this customer ID, right? So I'll just say equals to Vlookup. The very first argument that will come up is lookup value. Lookup value, right? The first argument that will come up here is lookup value. The first argument that will come up here is lookup value. The lookup value is asking, what are you looking for? What are you looking for? So I'm going to give example that, okay, I'm looking for this thing. I'm looking for this customer ID. Now, a lot of people might be confused with this B2. I'm in column B, row 2. That is cell reference. So I'm telling Excel that look for any content you see in cell B2, right? So that is the first thing. Lookup value. What are you looking for? I'm looking for the content in cell B2, right? I'm looking for this thing in cell B2. This is what I'm looking for. Now, Excel knows what you are looking for. Where are you looking for that thing? So if you are looking for me now, the best thing you can get is to get my picture, right? Now you've gotten my picture. Where are you looking for me? What is my location? That is the next thing. That is the table array. Excel is now asking, where is the table? Which table did you want me to look for this thing? Which table? That is the next thing. Which table did you want me to look for it? So I am Nafisat, you're writing on my screen. Still writing, Nafisat. I'm coming. Okay, continue writing. So now, which table are you looking for this thing? That is the next thing. Which table? So I will come to this customer. So I'll tell Excel, the table is in this customer. So I'll select now this one, starting from where the lookup value is. I'm starting from where the lookup value is, which is the customer ID. Then I will select this one, hold down my shift to select it. I'll select. Now you can see it gives me 2C, that is 2 column, say 3C, C stands for column, 3 column, 4C, 4 column, 5C, that is 5 column. Now I've given Excel 5 different columns because you can see that it says 5 column. You can see 5C right here. Now I've given it 5 column. Now, out of all these 5 columns, Excel will now ask the column index number. What exactly, which column did you want me to return for you? Which column did you want me to return for you? Is it the first column, the second column, the third column, the fourth, or the last column? So now, I'm going to tell Excel, okay, since I'm looking for the full name, which is going to be the second column, it's going to be the second column. This is the first column because this is where the selection started. Then the second column, the third column, the fourth, and the fifth column. But I needed to return the second column. So right now, I'll just type in 2 right here because I need the second column, comma. Now I need exact match. So I will choose false as exact match. Then I'll close my bracket and press enter. Then I'm going to copy down this information for Excel to do the others for me. Any question on this one? Is there any question before I move to the agenda? Is there any question? Yes or no? Okay, I should do it again. I'm still, okay, I should go through it again. Okay, I should come again. I want to wait for everybody. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's quickly retake it. Let's retake it. Now, what I would say is equals to VLOOKUP, right? VLOOKUP. Now, the very first thing is, what am I looking for? Now, I'm not going to explain that much for like just like the first time that I explained. So the very first thing is the lookup value. What am I looking for? I'm looking for, I have to give it a customer ID because that is what I will use to figure them out. I can't use their order ID to figure them out because right here, they don't have order ID. What we have is the customer ID, right? So I'll select the customer ID, then I'll come to customers, start from here, select it, move down here. This is 2 column, move down here. This is 3 column, 4 column, and 5 column, right? Comma. So that is the table array. So now the next thing is the column index number. Which column do I need it to return for me? So I need it to return column 2. Then, comma, after that, I'll select exact match. Now close my brackets and press enter. It's going to figure out that for me. Did we get it now? Did we get this? Did we get it? You have the recording of VLOOKUP. You have the recording of VLOOKUP, so you can go through it, but no problem. I'll also drop the recording probably tomorrow or Sunday. What is exact match? Now there's approximate match and there is exact match. So the exact match, we look for it and give us the real match. Yes, but what if the customer ID started in column 3? Your selection will start from column 3. Now, I believe everybody has learned this, but now the next thing that I want to show you is called XLOOKUP. XLOOKUP is different from VLOOKUP. That is the latest version. But right now, maybe I should postpone the XLOOKUP till next week because I want you to practice this VLOOKUP very well before we call it a day. Before we call it a day, I want you to practice it very well. So let's do for gender. Let's do for gender. So I'll just say equals to VLOOKUP, right? So once you know XLOOKUP, you don't have to be using VLOOKUP, VLOOKUP, VLOOKUP over and over again. So our lookup value is this, right? Comma. Our table array is right here. Start my selection from here. Now, with VLOOKUP, you can stop wherever you like also. You don't have to select, you don't have to select everything. So, okay, I'll take the XLOOKUP now. So I'll select it, right? Comma. Then, what did I need it to return? I need it to return column 3, comma, and I need the exact match. I don't want the approximate match. So I'll close my bracket and press enter. So it's going to give me the gender for that person. If I copy it down, it's going to give me the gender for the person. It's going to give me the gender for the person. Before we go to XLOOKUP, I'm going to call, so if you know you can try this now. How many of us can try? If you know you can try, just raise your hand. So I need someone to do the city, the country, the city and the country for me. Who can try? I need someone to do the city and the country for me. Who can try? Okay. Someone is, please, Ilesami and Desmond, I'm coming, please. It's just only 2 people. Someone is asking, what is the difference between the exact match and the approximate match? So the exact match, we look for it and give it the exact value that is there, right? Whereby the approximate match is to give you the one that is closer to it, the one that is closer to it. Do you get? Okay. So let's take, raise your hand. Don't just say I can try. But 2 people has already raised their hand. So let me take Ilesami Olaleye. Please unmute. Ilesami Olaleye. Please unmute. Yeah. Good evening. Yeah, good evening. Mr. Olalaye.
I'm with you.
Okay. Now send my screen is not wide enough. Okay, let's go. So after we try the country and the city and the country, I'm going to clear everything, then we'll do Xlookup. So Mr. Olalaye equals to Vlookup, right? What is our lookup value?
Not to column B.
I should select
yes.
cell B2, comma.
Then you come to customer.
Go to customer. My selection will start from where?
Only take you can take city.
No, not like that. Your selection, I'm not going to take city. Okay, sorry. You said I should take city, right? Sorry.
Yes.
I should take city.
Yes.
Okay, comma. Your column index number will be what?
4.
4. Okay, comma, and I need exact match. So I'll close my bracket and press enter. Thank you for getting not available. That is an error. So who can bill Mr. Olaleye like this? So who wants to be out of all these people that raise hand? No female. Hey. So all our female sisters, all our sisters has run away. Okay, Gideon Sally wants to bail Mr. Olaleye. Please unmute. Mr. Gideon, please unmute. Mr. Olaleye, you can bail your brother. Let's wait.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Equals to Vlookup. Our lookup value is what?
Our lookup value is column the column B. Maybe that's the customer B2.
Okay, B2. Okay, I'll select B2. Our table array is where?
Please go back to the sheet we are working on, please.
This is the sheet we are working on.
Okay, this is the sheet we are working on.
Yes.
Okay, comma. Then
comma.
you take it. Yes.
Okay.
You go to the customer.
Okay, I'll go to the customer. So what will I do?
All right. Now you put your select A2.
Okay, I select A2. This is
yes.
This is A2.
We are looking for the city, right? I'm sorry, sir. I'm lost, kinda.
Yeah, lost.
We are okay. From A2, we drag down to D2.
To D2. This is D2.
Yes.
Okay.
Then we take it. We select everything.
Okay. Okay.
Close the bracket.
Okay, I should close the bracket.
Yes. No.
Mila, take your time. Take your time.
Don't close the bracket. Comma again.
Okay, comma.
Then the 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the cell number is on 4.
It's on 4, right?
Yes, 4.
Okay. Comma. Then I'll choose exact match.
Yes, exact match.
Now close my bracket and press enter.
Yes.
Well, thank you for this, but there's more. You can just, instead of you selecting everything, this is what you can just do. You can just say equals to, that is like wasting a lot of time. Vlookup.
Okay.
Right, our lookup value is this. You just come here, select from this top, hold down shift, and select it up to here, comma, then you put your 4, comma, and you put, sorry. Made a mistake. So equals to Vlookup my lookup value is this, comma, then my table array will start selection from here, all down shifts up to here, comma, then I'm looking for column 4, comma, and I need exact match, which is false. Close your brackets, you need to give it this, then you copy down. Did we get this now? Okay, I want to take female now. I want to take female. We have only one female. Nobody gives me option. Favor, are you a male or female? Favor, are you a male or female? Because I have someone that's a male. Male. No, I don't want male again. Tony, okay, I'm going to answer your question very soon. Okay, let me take Mojisola. Okay, Oluwaseyi, you raise your hand on the participant, not here. So we have only Mojisola. What about other females? It's only Mojisola that I have. It's only Mojisola. I need other female to raise their hand. I need female now. It's only Mojisola. We are female running too. So it's only Mojisola, right? Okay. Who is clapping? They are making dinner. Okay. Okay. So Mutiat. Okay. So we have female supporting female now. Women supporting women. So someone said what? Before you work on the phone number. Okay. We are going to do Xlookup. Just wait. So we have Mojisola, Mutiat, and Oluwaseyi. So if Mojisola fails to get it right, then Mutiat will help and Oluwaseyi can also help. So let's Mojisola start. Mojisola, please unmute.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
So we're going to start with
equals to Vlookup.
Of
our lookup value is
B2
is B2, comma.
Then we'll go to the customer table.
We go to customer table.
We select from column A to E.
Column A to E.
So we're looking for the city. So we're going to select 5, column 5.
Okay, we are going to select column 5.
No, after we select column A to E, comma.
Okay, comma.
Yeah. Then 5.
We select column 5.
No, comma
okay.
5.
Okay, comma 5. 2 commas. Is it
no,
2?
only 1 comma.
Only 1 comma. Okay. 5. Okay, comma. Then we choose
exact match.
Okay, exact match. Wow.
Enter.
Okay, I should enter. I should press enter.
Exact match after you then close bracket.
Okay. Sorry, I thought you said I should press enter. Now press enter. Okay. Wow. Congrats. Okay. Now it's fine. Okay. It's fine. So let's go to Xlookup now. Let's quickly do Xlookup. Then I'm going to answer. Oh, okay. Let me see how many people ask question on Vlookup before I move to Xlookup. Can you let me know if you have question on Xlookup? Raise your hand if you have question on Vlookup before I move to Xlookup. Please, please, please. I have 2 minutes. I'm going to take just 2, and I've seen those 2. Mr. Ilesomi and this Galaxy. What's this? Okay, hold down. I have only 2 people that I'll take now. I have Ilesomi and Galaxy A2. So, Mr. Ilesomi, please. Mr. Ilesomi, please unmute.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You are.
I just want to ask a simple question. Let's assume we want to filter this. Somebody just asked me, okay, ask us, we should filter 10036 out from this table now. How are we going to find it out? So that we brought the details.
To filter out 10036.
Is it filter out or just so maybe just mention somebody's name like this
You need you want to know the information of that person, right?
Of that, yes.
But you know we are not doing filter, so I'll just do it now. So I'll add my filter. There are 3 ways of adding filter. You can come to sort and filter, then you add your filter. Then once you click on this filter, you can select anything that you want. You can select any of this number. And if it is the name that you want to filter, you can choose. So you can select 3, you can select 4, it depends on what you want. So once you filter out all those ones, so let's say I want to see this Alex Tumble or something. So I just select it, then I have the information of Alex Tumble. So that's that about that. Is that clear, Mr. Ilisami? Yeah. Okay, let me hear from Galaxy A22. Galaxy A22. Please unmute. Okay. Galaxy A22, please unmute. Galaxy A22, please unmute. Yeah.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Hope your
Okay,
question is okay, Mr. Oh, you're Mr. Desmond. Okay, Galaxy
Yes.
A22 is gone. Okay.
Vlookup, I learned that when you are doing Vlookup, you select the column at the extreme left. But I realized that you were selecting column B2, which is not at the extreme left. So how is it possible?
It doesn't have to be at the extreme left. Your table can be you know, VLOOKUP looks only from left to right, right? Looks from left to right.
Yes.
So whenever you are dealing with this, you can select your lookup value, but your table must start with your current selection. So if your selection
table.
Yes, your table must start from your current selection. You know that right here, my lookup value is customer ID. So if I'm selecting, I'm going to select from customer ID. If my lookup value is name, my table selection must start with the name. So that is
okay,
that.
I get that. But that is why the other guys, when he was doing the city, it gave an error value because he didn't select from the extreme left. He selected city. Do you get it?
The index the lookup value is not there, so Excel does not have anything to look forward to. The lookup value is not there.
No, the first guy
yes, I know. This lookup value does not start the selection from the lookup value from right here, the customer ID. Just selected the city.
Okay, I get it.
So last question from Tony. Tony.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
I just want to ask a question. That's like a country now. Once the formula is still on the country, can we copy the formula and paste it on the phone number? So that 5 instead of 4 in that formula, that table already is 4. Can we change it to 5 and click enter?
Yes, you can. But the phone number is not here. The phone number is not here. If you want to do that, then
okay,
the phone number has to be in this table. In this
table.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. So we have Olowo in the building that has something to say to us. Galaxy A22. Please let me give Olowo 5 minutes to talk to us. Then after that 5 minutes, we'll continue with our Xlookup. Olowo, please raise your hand so that I can unmute you. Please, Olowo, please raise your hand so that I can unmute you. Olo, please raise your hand so that I can unmute you. Where is it? Not there now. Just wait, I'm coming. Okay, please unmute. Please unmute.
Okay.
Hello,
Hello, everyone.
Your background is noisy.
What about now? Is this still noisy?
You have echo.
I have echo.
Yes.
So you cannot, I cannot. What about now? Is it better?
Can everybody hear him? I believe we can hear him, right? Despite of the echo. Can you go out a little bit? You have
okay, let me do that.
Yeah. Can you just go out?
Okay. Is it better now? Is it better now?
A little bit. It's okay. Although the music is too much. You see, they are telling you. Okay, I think. Okay.
Is it better now?
Yes, it's better. You can continue now. Yeah, please continue.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm very, very excited to be here, everyone. This is Lex Olowo, one of the partners at Digital World Tech Institute. And I'm just here for something very brief. I'm not going to take too much of your time. So quickly, I want you to go to the chat box. Tell me, how have you been enjoying this class? So since you started, what are some of the things you have been enjoying to date? Just quickly drop it to the chat box very, very fast, right? So what are some of the things you enjoy? What are some of the suggestions you want for us at Digital World to improve on? And just quickly drop them in the chat box. What has the experience of the class been so far? What are questions that you have? Everything you say is going to be taken to Digital World's board, and everything you say, we are going to note them and use it to make this class better, right? Okay, somebody saying I'm enjoying Mr. Akim's teaching. Somebody saying the teachings has been very, very amazing, excellent. Okay, somebody saying good experience so far. Let it come, keep coming. I just have a few minutes to take this, then we'll move to the next session. I'm here to do two things, right? So the first is to get your experience on how far and how well the training has been going. Okay, only two people talked. Hope you can still hear me. Hope I'm still live. Okay. Somebody say great. Somebody say okay. All right. Amazing. Okay, somebody say okay. Okay, somebody saying everything is fine. Somebody say it's excellent. Mr. Akim is an amazing teacher. Somebody say fantastic. Nobody's even giving me a suggestion on how we can make it better. Okay. All right, so we're going to continue this in the group. Today, what I want you to do today is go to the chat, the group where you belong to, go to the group and tell us some of the things you suggest that we can do to make this class better, right? Some of the things you can do to make this class better, some of the suggestions you can put in, go to that group and give us more, right? So all the ones that have been said in this chat, we're going to capture them now. We have our assistants going through them. We're going to capture them now, and we're going to use it to make this experience worthwhile, right? So we want to give the best at the best, right? So that's one of the things we want to do. Okay, so the second thing that we are looking at is I am here to talk about our data analysis class, right? So our second batch of data analysis class is going to be starting on the 8th of July, right? So what is the difference between data analysis and Excel? So for those of you that have been in this class, you want to go the next step. You want to be able to do something amazing. So the Excel program covers only one software. But in the data analysis class, we're going to be talking about 3 different softwares that can help you when it comes to being able to analyze data, visualize data, and express data and clean data in different ways, right? So we are bringing in our data analysis course, and the next batch of this data analysis course is going to be starting on the 5th. So the registration is going to close on the 5th, and the batch is going to start on the 8th of July, right? Now, this is for people that want to be professional data analysts. Now, mind you, the data analysis program would not distract you from the Excel course, right? So some of you are new, you just came into the Excel course, and you feel like, yes, you can come in for the data analysis class because it is a step further. However, if you are not ready to come with us on the data analysis class, this class will still continue, right? It is not for everyone, right? We are admitting 40 people, right? 40 special people that are ready to go the extra mile into our data analysis course, right? 40 people that are ready to go the extra mile, we're bringing them into our data analysis course. Now, as at the time of this video, as at the time of this class right now, before I joined, we already have 29 people that have registered, right? We already have 29 people that have registered, and we are going to be taking more people to make up 40 registered people, right? So if you want to be among one of the 40 people, we're going to drop a message in all the groups, we're going to drop a message in all the groups where we're going to be taking people, admitting people into the data analysis class, right? So quickly before I go, I'm going to take about 3 questions from anyone that has any questions to ask me related to the data analysis course. 3 questions related to the data analysis course. 3 questions. Raise your hand. Mr. Akim is going to allow you on mute, and you're going to.
Joseph Eze. Please, Joseph Eze. Please unmute. Oh, sorry. Please unmute again, Joseph Eze. Joseph Eze, please unmute. Joseph Eze, please unmute.
I've unmuted. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, thank you so much. I wanted to find out what was the course content, good evening, of the data analysis class.
You're going to learn Excel, advanced Power BI, and SQL.
Okay, what's the time? What period will you be holding? A lot of us work. We want to know if it is compatible with our time.
Yes, it is. It's going to be Monday and Saturday, 7 to 9 p.m.
Duration, sir? How many weeks?
It's 8 weeks. It's 8 weeks. It's 8
Okay,
weeks.
are we going to have certificate of completion when we're done?
Yes, you're going to have certificate of completion at the end of the class.
Okay, thank you. That's not my question.
You're welcome. Lex is not here again. Lex is the one that was supposed to answer this question, all these questions. But I don't think he's there again, too. Let me hear. Okay, Lex is okay. Please unmute. Hello, please unmute. So that you can take the next question. Hello, please unmute. Please unmute. Please unmute.
Okay, yes. So for the first question, what I'm going to do, we recorded the video that we explained everything about this course, right? Is that I'm going to post that video in all the groups again, right? If you are in the new group, you might not have seen the video. So I'm going to post the video there where step by step we explained everything about the whole course, right? So it's going to be an 8 weeks program, and it's going to hold twice a week, right? It's going to hold twice a week. and it's going to be 8 suites, and it's going to be a step-by-step procedure, right? It's not the difference between the Excel and the data analysis class. That the Excel class is a support system. You watch the video. When you have questions, you come and ask questions. But in the data analysis class, there is a guide, and there is also somebody that is an accountability supervisor that calls you when you're not in class, that you must, in fact, if you're a lazy person, you cannot register this code. So we're going to put that video. When you watch that video, it explains everything about the course step by step. Any other question? If you have any question, go ahead.
So Mr.
Next person.
Please unmute. Please unmute. Mr. Ellis, please unmute.
Thank you, sir. Actually, the other brother has asked some questions.
Okay.
What I wanted to ask is that since this one is this Excel we are doing is 6 and it's not that with that one. But on that data analysis, the guy has asked, what are the software we want to be treating?
I've mentioned advanced Excel. You are going to learn advanced Excel. You are going to learn advanced Power BI and also SQL. That's
because
okay.
What is the amount for this one?
Okay, so thank you for that question. I was waiting for somebody to ask that question. So now the last batch of our data analysis course, it was 30,000 naira. So everybody that came into that course paid 30,000 naira. But this time around, we are opening it up. We want to bring in just a few people, just 40 people, and then we're making it very, very cheap. For all these softwares and more, you are going to be paying only 10,000 naira. 10,000 naira. So that 10,000 naira is only, please don't come after the registration is complete. If the registration is complete, we're going to say it in the group, right? The reason why we are making it for only 40 people is because we have to call the students, we have to give them tests, we have to make sure that they're going through all the syllabus, we have to do tests, we have to do exams. So the only way we can give people the best at this is to make sure that there are only 40 people and we can concentrate on these 40 people, right? And we're doing it at just 10,000 naira.
Okay, Mojisola, please unmute. Mojisola, please unmute. Then another question can come in after I'm done with the Xlookup. Mojisola, please unmute. I'm going to take Mojisola next now. Mojisola, please unmute. Mojisola, please unmute.
Okay, sorry, I just saw it now. I wanted to ask the majority of us joined this Excel class as a result of you showing us a little bit of what we are going to learn in the Excel class. I don't know if there's a class like a 10 minutes or 15 minutes that is going to show us what we are going to learn in that data analysis. So it will like encourage people to register more. So that's what I just wanted to say.
Hello.
Okay, yes. So what I want to do is I would encourage you to watch the video we're going to send to the group, right? I'll encourage you to watch that video, and step by step, we are going to show you everything you need to do, right? Everything you need to do, you are going to get in the video, and that's just it. So step by step, and you're going to get every single details from it. So you really have nothing to worry about. Watch that video and you will see what we're talking about.
Hello, did you want to take one more?
Yes, let me take the last one.
Okay, let me take Tatiana, right? Tatiana. Please unmute Tatiana.
Yeah, hello, good evening.
Good evening.
And
good evening.
Thank you for all you're doing for us. May I know the CD equivalent of the 10,000?
Yes, thank you. Hello.
So it's going to be 250 Ghana cedis, right? So it's a super discount we're giving ahead. So 10,000 naira for Nigerians, 250 Ghana cedis for Ghanaians.
Okay. So, hello, do you want to take one more or we call it a day?
No. Yes, let's call it a day. Any other questions to be sent to the group and I will reply.
Yes, okay. Or you can also ask me. Please, let's quickly proceed before we are done, so we don't. So hello, thank you for coming by. We'll talk better later. So please drop your hand now. So once we finish this XLOOKUP, you can ask me any other question relating to the data analytics and every other thing. So let's continue with XLOOKUP. XLOOKUP still performs the same function as VLOOKUP, but is more advanced than VLOOKUP. So with XLOOKUP, what you just have to do is equals to X. Now, if you're having 2016, 2019 version, you won't be able to work with XLOOKUP because it's one of the latest, is in latest Excel, which is 2021 Excel. That is where you're going to see XLOOKUP, you're going to see sequence, you're going to see unique also. So all those formulas that I just mentioned now, they are not in 2016 or 2019 version. So if you are using 2016 or 2019 version, just stick with VLOOKUP. But if you are using the latest version, which is 2021, you can use XLOOKUP. So I say equals to XLOOKUP, right? I'll say I wasn't allowed to ask question. Who is this? Galaxy A22. Oh yeah, raise your hand so that I can answer your question, please. Galaxy A22. I was calling you, you were not here. Please raise your hand so that I can answer your question. Galaxy A22. Oh yeah, on mute. Favor, I will answer. Did you have question on?
All right.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Yeah,
thank you so far for what you'll be doing. The question I wanted to, but the phone I'm using is not that wide. You know, I understood everything you said about that VLOOKUP, but when you got to exact something, I was like, is it a figure you input there or what?
No. You select it
exact
or
match.
exact match. Exact match. Okay, you put true if you want
type
it. You can type it. You can also select it.
Okay, true or false?
Yes, you choose true if you are selecting exact match, and if it is approximate
I can
match, you type it there. You can type it there yourself. If it is exact match that you want, you can type false. If it is approximate match, you can type true. I hope you get that. Did you get that?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I got it. Okay,
perfect. So
yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Fav, is it Mr. or Mrs. Favor? Oh yeah, unmute and ask your question. Is it on VLOOKUP? Hello.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. I think I will be very fast. I just want to ask two questions. One on the XLOOKUP and second one on the data analysis. On the data analysis, I was asking if they are going to be introduced to Python tools. You know, on data.
No. It's not part of it. Python is part of our data science class.
Okay. Then the second one is that, as you said, that XLOOKUP is on the latest version of Excel. Yeah. For us to be effective, and follow you through, I don't know. Although you mentioned that for us to have the latest version, that we need a key. So I don't know how you can help us.
You can take it to any computer engineer to install it for you. If you are in Lagos and you are closer to our location, which is Ikorodu, I can take you to someone that can help you install it. But if you're not in Lagos, just take it to any computer engineer to install it for you. Did you get that?
Okay. Yes. Yeah, I've gotten that. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. So now let's continue. Now, right here with XLOOKUP, you just select your lookup value, which is this. I just choose my lookup value, comma, and I've gone virtually to every computer. Don't worry, I've not been to worry before, so I don't think I can help with that. I don't think I can help with that. It's kind of very stressful if I want to do it for you online. it's kind of very, very stressful. It's kind of very, very stressful, and it's going to cost you a lot if you want me to do it for you online. If you want me to do it for you online, it's kind of very, very stressful and can we postpone XLOOKUP to next time so that we can practice the video? Yes, you can choose anyone that you want to practice. Don't worry, let me just finish it. It's kind of very simple. So once you choose your lookup value, you give it a comma, then you come here to your customer ID. Now, you just choose the column where your lookup value is, which is right here, the customer ID. So I will click on this one, which is this one, right? I'll just choose this customer ID. So you don't have to choose the whole table. You just choose the column where your customer ID is in, comma. Then what did you want it to return? So that is your return array. Then I just choose this as my return array. Simple as that. So this is what I'm looking for, and this is what I want it to return. So I'll close the bracket and press enter. So it's going to get me this information. Did you get this now? Did we get this? Did we get this? Yes or no? Nobody is saying anything. No, okay. I say equals to. What are we looking for? Just like Excel, our lookup value. Our lookup value is this. So I select this as my lookup value. Equals to XLOOKUP. So I will select this as my lookup value, right? Comma. So where exactly, that is the array. Which column is it going to see our lookup value? So it's going to see it in column A, right? Comma. And which column did I want it to return? I want it to return the gender column, which is this. Then I will close my bracket and press enter. It's going to get this for me. The double click is going to automatically fill up everything. Should I still redo it before I start answering your question? Should I redo it? Maybe you should zoom in. Okay. I'll zoom it in now. So I say equals to, right, XLOOKUP. What am I looking for? I'm looking for your lookup value, just like the VLOOKUP. I'm looking for this, right? This is the customer ID that I'm looking for, comma. And right here, which column did I want? Which column will Excel see the lookup value? Is going to see it right here. It's going to see it in this column because this is where the customer ID is in, comma. And which column did I want it to return? Which column did I want it to return? I want it to return city, right? I'll choose city, the column I want it to return. So then I'll close my bracket and press enter. So with XLOOKUP, you can look from right to left or from left to right. So probably next week I'll talk more on I will talk about index and match also, how you can use index and match to do your lookup. So you can go through the video of index and match by next week. You can go through the index and match video by next week. So if you actually, is there any question? Let me do it one more. Let me do it one more time before I start answering question. Let me do it one more time before I start answering question. So I say equals to XLOOKUP. My lookup, now I'm looking for country. My lookup value will be the customer ID, right? Comma. My lookup value will be the customer ID, right? Which is this. Then I'll come here and choose this, right? I'll choose this as my lookup value. I'll choose this as my lookup value, right? Comma. And right here, I'm going to choose my country as what I want it to return. My voice is breaking. Wow. Then I'll close my bracket and press enter. So I can come here and copy down. Now, let me answer question. Let me answer question. If you have question, you can raise your hand. If you have question, be it on the data analysis class or on the Excel class, so you can ask me now, or on the VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP, you can ask me now. Yes, I'm sorry for that. So you can ask me question now. If you have question. If you have question, you can ask me question now. Please raise your hand so that I can take your question. Please raise your hand so that I can take your question. The network is kind of so poor now. The network is kind of so poor, so let me answer your question. I think everybody can hear me now. Can you all hear me? Repeat the XLOOKUP again. Okay. I should repeat the XLOOKUP again. Yes, the network logged me out and logged me in again. So I'll do the XLOOKUP again for the country. So I'll say equals to XLOOKUP, right? Our lookup value is this, which is the customer ID, comma, right? Our lookup value is the customer ID. So I'm looking for it in this column. This is where it's going to see it. It's going to see it in this column, comma. And what did I want it to return? I need it to return this country. I'll put it in this country. Video not showing. Wow. I'm coming. Let me reshare my screen. Okay, it's still loading. Okay. Is it better now? Can you, okay, still loading. But I think the network is so poor. I think the network is so poor this evening. Oh, wow. The network is so poor. Network today is seriously breaking. Yes, so. The network is so poor, super poor. The audio is breaking, can't really hear you. Wow. My network is so poor now. Okay. Can you see my screen now? Can you see my screen? Can you hear me and see my screen now? Yes or no? Okay, so let me quickly take this XLOOKUP again. Okay, so I said equals to XLOOKUP. Now I want to get the country equals to XLOOKUP. My lookup value is this one, right? Comma. So my lookup array, which column am I looking for it? I'm looking for it in this place, right? This is where I'm looking for it, comma. And what did I want it to return? I want it to return it here. I want it to return the country. So I'll just close my bracket and press enter. Then I can just come here, double click and get others answer. Did you get that now? So I think the network is really breaking so fast. It's really breaking. So let me quickly take your questions. Sounds what is the difference between VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP? Are the two used to get? Yes, they are used to get the same result, but please don't type your question. Just raise your hand so that I can unmute you. My network is actually breaking, so can't say anything again. Don't worry about that. We are done with this class. So let me I just want to take your question now. So VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP, the difference between VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP is that VLOOKUP can only look from left to right. whereby XLOOKUP can look from left to right or from right to left. So there's another thing called if error VLOOKUP. Probably by next week we are going to talk about that. If error VLOOKUP. So if there's error, the way it usually display, so that is if error. So you don't have to do if error VLOOKUP if you are using XLOOKUP. So that is just the difference, but they are used to get the same question, the same answer. Please raise your hand so that I can answer your question. Raise your hand so that if you have question, raise your hand so that I can answer your question. Okay, Mr. Elisami, please unmute. Mr. Elisami, please unmute.
Thank you, Mr. Akim.
Yes.
I've sent my question, though actually both the VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP, I understand it.
Okay.
My question will not come from to this topic. You see, and because me, I was trying to use Z to solve some problem. So that's what I was sharing with you. I'm going to chat you in the afternoon.
Okay.
So I don't know, maybe you will permit me to share my screen so that I will show you what I was facing. That just a 2 column, how to add 2 columns together.
How to add 2 columns together, but I'm not sure if my network can permit that because it's kind of very breaking. Can we do it next week?
Okay.
Is it possible to do it next week?
Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Let's do it next week. The network is kind of so bad now. So let me hear from Lamin.
Good evening, Mr. Kim.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, we appreciate what you are doing for us. Please, I want to get it again. The difference between the VLOOKUP and then the XLOOKUP.
The VLOOKUP, you can only look from left to right, whereby XLOOKUP, you can look from either left to right or right to left. So there are still that difference. What?
The XLOOKUP, you say what? VLOOKUP, you can look from left to right.
Yes.
And then the XLOOKUP, the network is breaking, that's why.
Okay, the XLOOKUP, you can either look from left to right or right to left. You can look both ways with XLOOKUP.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well understood. Well understood. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Let me hear from Karimat. Karimat, please unmute.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Kim.
Good evening.
Yeah, quite appreciate it. But I came a little late, so I don't understand what this lookup and XLOOKUP is all about. I don't know if there's a way you could help me just to clarify what are they actually used for.
They used to look for the XLOOKUP and VLOOKUP are used to look for information, probably on one sheet or on another sheet. So you can use V and XLOOKUP to look for information, just like the
certain information.
Now,
for example, what and what? I'm so sorry.
For example, now they gave you only customer ID and they asked you to get.
I came in the middle of the class, so I'm just hearing VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, so I'm kind of lost in between.
So they gave you customer ID and they asked to get the name, the gender, and every other thing. So you can use VLOOKUP. Now this is a new sheet where we have all those information in this sheet. But right in this sheet, they need you to input those information and you just have only their customer ID. So you can use the customer ID to look for their name right here and get it here. So that is the function of V and XLOOKUP. It's used to look up for one information in one table or in another sheet.
I think I'll still need to chat you up.
Yes.
Just move on with
no problem. No problem. Also, you can also watch the recording. I'll drop it probably tomorrow or Sunday.
Okay.
But you can still chat me up or give me a call. So let me hear from Mr. Said Olagunju. Abi Olayanju. Mr. Said, please unmute.
Good evening and well done for the good work. Please, I want to ask 2 questions first. One, like what class are we now? Is it the 3rd class or the 4th class? Because the one I practiced this afternoon, I don't even know when you did it with us. That's one. Number two, the one we are doing now, which is Vlookup and Xlookup. In an organization whereby we have, let's say we have many customers that do come in on daily basis. And at the end of the year, we want to do something like we want to know the customer that purchased the highest quantity of our product. And we want to give the kind of bonus to that customer. Can we use this Vlookup or Xlookup to do that and determine it by an organization based on the data we have?
You can use filter if you have all the information in one sheet. If you have all the information in one sheet, if they are not in separate sheets, you don't need VLOOKUP. You can use filter or you can use sum if to get that. You can use conditional formatting also to get the top 10 or something.
Okay.
So use that.
Then also good that we have started now. Like I believe we have done 3 classes. Am I right?
It depends. It depends on the group you are.
Group 36 or so.
Okay. Yes, that is 3 classes for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I've missed one of the class, the one I did on the Excel shapes and text box that I practicalized this afternoon. Though I was able to get it
2 weeks.
Last 2 weeks, I was not there. And I'm not going to miss this class because I even put it in calendar. I don't know.
No problem. You can also join the data analysis class, which is Monday and Friday. The information will be dropped in the group. So let me hear from Mr. Joseph. Please unmute. Yes, I can hear you. Mr. Joseph.
Your network is pretty bad. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello, good evening. Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you, please.
My question is just so what device do you advise for the advanced data analytics class? Can we still use our phones or do we only need laptops?
You need laptop
for efficiency.
You need laptop. You can't use your phone. You need laptop. You really, really need the laptop. Because we are going to be giving you practical and projects and assignments, so you need your laptop. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?